Hey, welcome to another episode of Live, Think, Grow. My name is 𝗲𝘀𝘀𝗶𝗹, and I help spiritual women overcome fear, boost their confidence, and create a passionate online business so they can make more money and spread impact. So you might notice I'm not in my normal blue room. I decided to take things outside. And on today's episode, I will be sharing with you the 3 communication shifts that will help you speak like a leader. You know that on my Instagram, I am talking about the throat chakra this week. So of course, it was so fitting to share with you these powerful shifts that will help you communicate more clearly and effectively as a leader in your space. Now, communication is absolutely essential as an entrepreneur. Not only are you communicating through marketing, but you need to be able to effectively communicate to clients and customers that you're working with. That being said, these 3 shifts are going to really change your perspective and utilize your language with more strategy so that you can be a more empowered human being. So the way this is going to work is this is a little segment of say this, not that. So number 1 for say this, not that, say thank you for understanding, not I'm sorry. So it's very crucial that as a leader, you're not going around apologizing for things, unless you actually do something wrong, in which case you should definitely apologize. But I want you in your vernacular, in your language, to stop saying sorry for things that you don't need to be sorry for. For instance, if you take a week to get back to someone via email or text message, instead of saying, I'm so sorry that it took me a week to get back to you, you should say, thank you for your patience. Thank you for understanding that I had a lot going on, but I'm here now. I'm here ready to respond to you. Do you see how that shift in and of itself is such a just powerful message to that person that you are comfortable in your being and in your actions? And you can incorporate this not just in your business, but in your everyday life. There's absolutely nothing worse than someone who is just like always like, sorry. It's a very disempowering way of being. And if you are like that, it's okay. It may not necessarily be your fault. This is your chance to become aware of that and to make a change. So long story short, stop saying I'm sorry and say thank you for XYZ instead. Number 2, say this, yes and, not that, but no. What do I mean by this? Well, whenever you're exchanging ideas with someone, especially if you're getting like in a healthy debate or they don't necessarily agree with what you have to say, we as humans have the tendency to want to just barely listen to what they're saying and say, but, and then add our own thought. And the reason that this isn't effective, especially as a powerful leader, is that you're not really taking the time to allow that person to feel seen or heard, and you're automatically dismissing what they have to say. Instead, get in the habit of saying yes, so acknowledging what they've had to say, and adding whatever you have to say. This is, again, especially effective in, nonviolent communication. So if there's any kind of like argument or healthy debate, you want to start adopting this communication shift for your benefit. So for instance, say someone comes to you and says, I truly believe that the most powerful strategy to be a leader is to have effective communication. And so part of you might naturally want to go, oh no, but it's not necessarily the most important thing. What you should say is, yes, I understand where you're coming from. I could see why you understand that point. And to add on top of that, I might not necessarily agree with that point, but I do see where you're coming from. So right off the bat, there's just an example how you can be more clear and also not ruffle feathers when you're talking to people. And I promise you, people are going to notice that and start looking up to you as someone, as a figure of inspiration. Last but not least, number 3, say this, I appreciate XYZ, and not I don't like this, that, or whatever. What do I mean by this? Well, we have the tendency to automatically, as humans, see the flaws in everything. And especially as you're growing your own business, you're going to really be stepping into this phase of being a role model. And as people look up to you, you are going to have this power to share your opinion and share what you think with others, and people are actually going to appreciate what you have to say. So instead of automatically going into like criticism or noticing a flaw in what someone is presenting to you, it's always much better to lead with appreciation. So for instance, say you're doing amazing, right? And you end up hiring an assistant or someone to work under you. It could be really, really easy to notice all of the things that that person is doing wrong as they're helping you create your business. Especially as an entrepreneur, right? We have this tendency to want to like clone ourselves, which is impossible. So whenever you start hiring out and you get to that phase, instead of noticing people's flaws, lead with what you're thankful for or what you're appreciative of what they're doing. This appreciation goes a really long way, and it's going to help people actually respect and honor who you are as a business person. So right off the bat, these 3 powerful communication shifts will help you truly speak and act like a leader. And you can use this in all areas of your life. But as you start to adopt these shifts, you'll start to truly own your power to speak your truth and authentic self. That's it for this week's episode of Live, Think, Grow. I hope you know what you need to now do to speak from your highest self. Until next week, happy living.